What's good? What's good? Yes, and quite the dump this morning. It's kind of waiting for something like this with crypto. We're leaving equal highs up above, but I wouldn't even really pay too much into that unless we can manage to get over here. I might look for some kind of relief bounce longs if we can get a nice little reversal pattern. This is the time of day that I would look for that, but we got to be pretty patient and no need to ever rush into something like that because you are trying to catch a reversal. The reason I would look for it, we have a pretty clear narrative of where price should return to at some point. If we start to see reversal, we have this flip zone right here. Price came down into the higher time frame POI, which was this entire zone on a 4-hour. The 4-hour zone, it was this candle right here. Right, price came into it. We then saw price reverse. I originally wanted this fractal zone, but we saw price come into this area and give signs of weakness. Right there, that was your first sign of weakness. Here is your second. So we started to, that was a flip zone in the lower time frames. Came down into this demand. People who are unaware of the higher time frames were probably thinking that we were for sure going to be bullish here. I actually wanted to see a bounce here, but we didn't see it. We even got reversal signs, but it seems like the supply was definitely still in control, just playing out this higher time frame move. So, price came into that zone, pulled back, and then busted through it. So that's what we call a flip zone. You guys have done the classes with PlayBit, know that. We went over that with the first supply and demand class. But that's really where I think price will want to return to. I wouldn't even look for the full inefficient price action or fair value gap fill. I would look for just the low down here. You could also look at this as a breaker, I guess, this whole zone, but I would just watch for the flip zone. And then we rated all this liquidity. There's equal lows here, and then this clean low down into this fractal demand. This is that sell to buy. We came up, it's a flip zone too. We tapped into the supply right there, reversed from it, and then pushed through it. So at that point, you can say that, let me see if there you go. I thought I was muted for a second. Then at that point, we would look for those. Let me turn my VPN off. I don't know if that's messing with the stream for you guys or not. There we go. Make sure my StreamYard's up. Should be good. Okay. But yeah, so sorry if the quality was bad for a second. I don't know if it was or wasn't.
Did you check your source, bro?
I had my VPN on. Was why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see what we're doing in 1 minute. So really what I'd look for here is I want to get a break above this internal high with displacement. I'm not going to force anything though. But because we could very well just continuously just blast through all this. Because you got to remember the higher time frame move has said the same thing it said since we formed this low down here on the 18th. That's going to be a weak low to be targeted. So we've still got a lot of sell side liquidity in the 4-hour at these equal lows down here. That's a major target. but I could maybe see some form of local reversal here. Another thing to keep track of, what is the news saying? Hold on, I want to see if this is a 10 or 10:30. This news came out or is coming out. Let's see. Or is it a little later? I think it might be like towards lunch. Let me see. We already had that the high impact news this morning. Whenever you see news go better than expected for the United States economy, you can expect to see DXY push to the upside. Oh, we did. Okay, so then also these. No, that's the other one. That's earlier. Hold on. Okay, so pending home sales are down way worse than expected. That was at 10 a.m. That could give us a little bit of a bounce. Pending home sales were better though, month over month. Year over year is down tremendously. Let's see what DXY is saying. I still want DXY to come back down into this zone. That'd be ideal, which, you could draw it. Either way, we haven't cleared this low. So I see that as an inducement low. I mean, DXY can react and behave a little differently than, other currencies or pairs of currencies, I should say. But we look here, it did remove some lows. I mean, it's behaving like a currency here, or like a currency pair, I should say. Remove those lows followed by a market structure break right there. So you could start to see DXY push up and become a little more bullish, because right here where we're just sitting in OTE at an institutional candle, after that little pullback from this morning. But that news, it's not really high impact. The pending home sales, I mean, it's not nothing to just ignore, but it's also, nothing to bet the farm on. So that being said, Bitcoin is in this demand. It's kind of aligning, so we'll see. We'll watch, see if we can get a good setup, but I'm not going to force anything at all. I don't even know if I'll play, but I'll watch it just because whenever the 4 hours bearish, the 15 minutes bearish, I want to see the 15-minute kind of switch bullish first, at least on the internal structure. Because if not, you're just really using those low time frames, and that'll work, sometimes, but a lot of the time it's little risky. So there's no reason to force trades if they're not there, because you can make your eye believe anything or make it look for anything if you really are trying to trade. Especially with some people, I know, like if you try to trade sessions, you almost like force there to be a trade during sessions, which can be problematic. And kill zones too, because crypto is just really sloppy. Like you don't see setups. If you come from Forex into crypto, you'll be watching for kill zone setups that just aren't there a lot of the times.
Yo, you see Euro JPY?
No, I haven't really watched any
You remember how we were
London
telling
pairs.
JL to close those positions? Look at that shit. It went up to 50% of that OB on the fucking
He did close them
daily or
last night.
whatever that I marked out. Yeah, he closed them. He better
Yeah,
have closed them because that shit railed.
yeah,
He
he
would have
closed
lost
them.
like 10 racks.
Yeah, he closed. I think he got stopped out like right here.
Oh no, I'm talking about his bigger position that he
Yeah.
wasn't closing.
No, it got stopped out too. Everything did. I remember when he was
Yeah.
on there last night. I think he got stopped out like right here.
I'm watching Euro USD for shorts.
This is, I was plotting this out. Flyers posted this in the other chat. It was a nice trade. It didn't hit the full TP, but I was just plotting it out and kind of watching. I haven't even taken anything. I took a Bitcoin long earlier, got stopped at break even, but haven't really seen anything that's super eye catching. I want to see the franc. Oh my god, that's one thing about watching too many pairs. I do like this setup though, the USD franc shorts by.
You said watching too many pairs, bro. Go to the other chat. Go to the Forex chat. Look at what I posted.
Yeah, I was on 4 charts earlier. That's like too much for me. Like unless it's the similar stuff that moves. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, see, I feel like it's just too much for me, bro. Like it's just like lagging.
in one screen. So all those stocks, I have an indicator that it has a strategy built into it. So that's what I use to buy and sell options. So I just get alerts when it's ready, and it says Bing, buy this option. I buy it, and it says Bing TP1, Bing TP2, and I just sell, or Bing stop loss. That's it. I don't really. It's mechanical.
Right.
It doesn't need shit. I just pay attention to the indices. That I don't have it that great. Mechanical, no way. But
This
yeah,
doesn't
watch
look
should
bad
be
right
all
here.
on debt, by the way. I don't know if you remember me talking about yesterday that Biden was meeting with the G7 and they were trying to put sanctions on Russian gold and Russian oil, right? So the G7 finally agreed to the oil and the gold. So since they agreed to gold, it pulled $15.5 billion of liquidity out of the gold market.
Honestly, these USD franc shorts don't look too bad. Risky where they're at. It's like the aggressive zone because there's just that decisional flip zone right here because they hit into this demand and then busted through it.
Yeah, and the stock market was just inducing longs, bro, like crazy, fucking crazy.
US 30 shorts they gave a five. That's what happens. Like I was watching crypto. That's why crypto just gets on my nerves at this point. I was watching crypto and I plotted out this fucking trade, and literally I didn't take it, but I literally plotted this zone. Price came into this area, dude. It's just like, bro. But it is what it is. That's why I was sitting here. I was like, okay, this was the one that pissed me off.
US 30, Nasdaq, and S&P, they all have a 3 drive on the 1 hour, so they were all like perfect shorts.
I was waiting for Nas to come up here.
Yeah, Nas hit my shorts bro. I got in on the distal. I probably had $200 of drawback.
Which one did you take? This right here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Here, I'll show you my chart.
That's what I figured. It looks pretty good.
Stream chat. I'll put in stream chat. Right here. I'm literally playing supply and demand flip zone to supply and demand flip zone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do on Bitcoin if it gives me the enough confidence. Oops. Let me peep this real quick. Why is it just the link? Yeah, it's nice. Oh, you played like... Wait. I'm trying to see. Which chart is this? It's 15, yeah.
This is a zoomed out picture so you could see the zone.
That's what I was going to say. I was trying to see what zone.
And then they came from... Oh, here. Actually, let me post this other one. Look at this second picture.
Oh, so you played the actual breaker, like the old demand zone.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, yeah. That's what I was wondering. I didn't know if you played the breaker or something else.
Yeah, that third picture shows you where the...
Oh, I know exactly which one because I have the flip zone itself. Bitcoin might give a nice little entry. We'll see. I probably will sit this one out and just kind of watch and observe price action, but it's giving those signs of what you want to see. If we can break above here, now it's filling that. So for people that are wondering what setup I'm looking for, really I would have wanted that inefficiency. If you saw there was an imbalance or there was a distance between this wick and the candle after this one, that you would want to see that gap left to show us that there's displacement in the market, but it came down and filled it. So may engineer some sell or buy side liquidity here and equal highs, but I don't think that's going to give us the break we want. Possibly one more liquid down here. That's what Bitcoin loves to do.
We have a shitload of data coming out too. Oof, bro, these stocks are just dying. I hope they didn't get into longs. Oh my god.
Yeah, US 30 was a nice short, man.
Yeah. Oh my god, this shit is just melting.
Now, all the really volatile use today was pretty much done. We got one last in 10 minutes, which is just the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index, but I don't know how much that'll actually have an impact. Everything except the pending home sales year over year was better than expected, which is going to be bad for equities. These specific news, like for instance, some news being better than expected can be good for equities, like interest rates and stuff. But yeah, Papa's ETH shorts were nice. Those were pretty clean. I'm actually about to just add fucking my perp charts to this because I get sick and tired of switching between. No, I've noticed Coinbase is like for most MT4 brokers, they have to be using Coinbase. I swear, like it's very, very similar, but just time delayed. ETH removed all the sell side for the day or in the daily range. ETH was a nice setup. It just didn't give me the POI I wanted, but I think that we could retrace to it. I'll also watch this flip zone that developed. Another thing I've been using off and on is this. It's kind of too early to draw this really, but yeah, I like drawing these the fixed range volume profiles because you can kind of see you can get a better if you mix that with your premium discount, you can get a good flip zones. So next areas I'd watch are this up here. Oh, man, I wish that TradingView would get their shit together on.
Yo,
What's up? How
what's
you
the
doing, Hud?
deal?
Chilling. Dude, I was gonna take BNB shorts this morning and I didn't.
Profits in these market conditions.
Y'all had a good morning, y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all have some coffee, eh?
Yeah, I'm drinking some coffee right now.
Yeah. Looking good, fam. Might call it a day as well.
That's how you feeling?
See ya.
LW.
Sharks are feeling.
LW, that's how you feeling, man.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I'm up 4,500 this morning.
Jeez, what you smack? Futures?
Well, I hit NASDAQ, and well, that's not even my NASDAQ position. I shorted NASDAQ, but I'm shorting stocks too. Remember how I told you that I sold all my shorts? I repositioned and yeah.
Remember what I told you last night? Everything looked like shit.
Yo, so you remember how I was telling you about Russia? Russia defaulted, bro. They went on their debt, and it's like,
oh wow, we just had the whole combo about this yesterday. That's crazy.
yeah.
And it happened today?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, let me find out. I'll go use the algorithm.
Trying.
Hey, yo, it's too early for that. It's too early for that.
Yeah, take another cup of coffee, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back to sleep or something.
My girl just brought me some more coffee.
Bro, I was in the gym for like 3 hours, man. It's up.
I feel the same way. Like,
I was working out and hooping. The Casper, like, yeah, man, I'm good, man. My odds are good. It's up. I looked at what I had to. I'll enjoy my next couple hours and then see what's good again.
Hell yeah.
So some nice little alerts.
Braden says peep Aussie yen. Start
action. Casper, you fucking with that FX?
Yeah, I'm about to be done with. I'm really not even looking at most crypto, or trying not to. I've looked at majors, but I'm about to just cut out everything but Bitcoin and ETH because it's just a waste of fucking time sometimes. For me personally, for my style.
I
like trading. Like my best trades recently, other than Bitcoin, has been all Forex. That's all I've really been trading. But I think that Bitcoin and Ethereum still provide pretty good opportunities. But
Yeah, they do. They have enough volume to move crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you know, the cheaper the price, the more percentage to move and
This
shit like
bro's
that.
telling Longway that he should start weaning himself off of crypto because pretty soon crypto is not going to have enough liquidity to be traded.
shit, long way been murdering shit though. So fuck it.
Oh yeah, yeah. L Dub been doing his thing for real.
Jeez.
mean,
Appreciate
Yo,
that, boy. We got the
that boy
recipe right now. We're
2-1.
sticking to the same recipe.
When that bull run
That
comes,
boy 2-1, bro. I wake up, pre the snap. I'm like, another one?
Another
Shit.
one. Nigga turned into DJ Khaled, bro.
I'm like, another one? I'm like, hold on. I wake up, yo, no cap. I peep the snap. I'm like, oh man, he did it again.
yo,
Bro,
honestly,
no
this
cap,
shit
just
looks kind of good right here.
months of studying you guys, bro. So
Which one?
Fucking Aussie yen shorts.
Yeah?
on everything.
Yeah.
Damn, long. I want 20% of everything then.
Yeah,
Hey,
everything again
yo.
is weak right now. Oh,
So
long
y'all
way. I moved
took
you
the-
to this channel.
Holy.
I forgot
Now
to
this
tell
shit actually looks pretty good.
What's that, Ablo?
I moved you to this channel. I forgot to tell you.
Oh yeah, this is fire.
Where was I at?
In
Oh.
the other channel, the stock channel. I
Oh,
moved
shit.
over here because it's like they were getting induced into longs. So I was like,
Were they longing shit?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Damn.
No way.
Yeah, Braden, for whatever, if you're asking about
Probably.
shorts on this, they look very valid. I mean, the entry for me would have been right there, but this shit looks very valid. Very nice.
You wouldn't wait for it to break structure again?
I mean, for me, it's like, okay, so
Was
like,
that a wick or was that a full body closure?
that was a 1 minute, so I just used Wix on the 1 minute. But for me, 4 hour, we hit this this flip zone, revert. We got a 4 hour internal break of structure. Second, so there's a 4 hour flip zone. Then 15-minute came into it right here. Rated liquidity switched bearish right there, so that's going to be the extreme. So price came up into it, rated sell side, or sorry, buy side, and then shifted bearish again right here. So 15-minute went internally bearish, price pushed back up into that order block right here. Then you didn't really see a sign of weakness till like right here, but I would have taken the entry right there. I guaranteed on the seconds over here, like right here probably. But there is a nice entry right there. It'd already be up like probably like 3R. Probably would have got maybe a little bit of a shittier fill. So he said, "What app do I use though for it?" MetaTrader 4.
Yo, Casper,
Go way to start the week.
What's up?
it's Papa. Papa Smug. You peep them ETH shorts?
Yeah, that shit was fire. I was actually just talking about that a second ago.
What's up, Papa?
Your TP was good too.
Are you in Florida? Because you like fishing, and that's like Florida boy shit.
No, and I'm in Missouri.
You're in Missouri, bro. I swear, like I'm from Florida, and every day I see my friends. They go fishing every day because we have fish in the canals over there. Bro, they be catching some big ass fish.
I'm so fucking sick about goddamn
The
US
Florida
30,
waters
bro.
is different, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
US
Florida?
30.
90% humidity. You don't want to go over there.
Jeez.
Oh, watch NQ for shorts, Casper. It might go down again because the stocks are tanky.
Yeah, I'm not even, where we're at here. I'd wait till this flips on
Yeah,
personally.
so it gets back up there.
But
that wick is, yeah, that range right there.
yeah,
It should happen after
lunch
I would say like 2 hours. Yeah.
if it's gonna happen.
Jeez. My
Yeah,
boy
it's
said
gonna happen,
lunch.
yeah. But in, like,
What are
2
bonds
hours, it should
doing?
see.
Not much.
Bonds are going up.
Yeah, they're chilling. But I think for the day they are, yeah. Oh shit. The other thing about fucking ETH, bro, is I want to see if we can get like a market rally, like a little bit, which I don't. But another thing about ETH too. Fuck.
That looks good.
Where is it? If you if you're real technical about your swing structure, like with closes, we got a close right there. So it's like, but then, so that would make this also a break of structure right there. Or wait, I'm sorry, right here. Or did it close?
Uh-huh.
No, it didn't close actually. It did. Never mind. So I'd probably actually
I
consider
did peep that shit too myself.
But that looked clear. But on the daily, I saw what you're talking about on the daily. It's the internal break of structure. But I don't know, man. I'm just crypto. The thing with crypto, if it's, I mean, even ETH too. Like you got to think these market caps are like minuscule now, like compared to like market capitalizations of like companies in the stock market. Like Ethereum's market cap, like, is not. Let's just see. Where is it? Market cap. It's $144 billion, which may sound like a lot of money, but it's in the grand scheme of things, it's you know, it's getting to that point. It's still where I'd use a lot of smart money on it, of course, because we're seeing like intention, we're seeing violent moves away from specific areas. So that's really all I need to, you know, still use that. But at the same time, it's like it's getting closer and closer to that point where, you know, once cryptos are such a low market cap, they're not even really. It's not what you want to trade. You know what I mean? Like, personally, at least. Yeah, I don't really see any signs of strength here yet. Those Aussie yen shorts were actually looking good. Need to add. I usually don't trade. That's another thing too. Like pairs like these, like where they're exotic to the dollar, like or like yeah, like they're not. Like I guess theoretically this would be an Asia session pair, but it's like, I see those kind of move, however, like in weird ways. Like they'll just move through all sessions, like New York and fuck.
Sheesh.
It'd be nice to watch up here as well.
I'm gonna take my talents to FX.
Yeah, that's where it's at, in my opinion. Plus, if you're trying to, you know, go the funded route, you might as well go ahead and kiss trading everything but Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum goodbye just because spreads.
I feel like F4X is lit too. No lie. Like,
Well, you gotta think.
oh man, I've been paper trading a couple of the fucking tickers and shit, bro. Shit's so easy, bro.
Yeah, it's just
Bro,
well,
like,
it's just cleaner.
It's just clean in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because there's more institutions trading. There's more money involved. There's like more organized movements. Like crypto's kind of like, you know, it's crypto. So.
That is facts though, with the money and all of that too, like liquidity wise and everything. Comparing crypto to like the stock market and all of that, like, it's a big difference. Big difference, bro. Applying what we know, right? Smacking these options, bro. Holy. Where's our go? I want to hear that, man. Technically, you know, you got data and all of that, you know. But man, stocks will go crazy. We will go crazy.
It's gonna be like, look. See, you gotta know what you're doing now. This is what we're gonna do. This is it.
You gotta pay attention to the news, man. You have to.
Yeah, these Frank shorts
so,
would have been nice
no
too.
cap though. I was really thinking, like, the news, in my opinion, bro. Yeah, it's an influence, but like, you could really catch yourself in a play and all of that before the news even is announced.
Oh yeah, the charts. The only thing that I watch news for is just like expected volatility. I don't ever try to like this morning. Like I looked, and I was like, oh, okay, we've got a lot of volatile news at 8:30. You know, expect, you know, some form of liquidity to be rated around then, because that's all news really does is liquidity rates. It'll just, you know, the masses kind of go as the news, but it's like
you can probably catch like the clues beforehand, man. If like sometimes you'll be mid position and the news hit and you just get boosted.
Oh yeah, it's like this. Look right
Either
here.
way.
Huge equal lows. Like look at all these equal lows. Massive fucking range liquidity built up down here. It's like, okay, then we have bearish news. Oh yeah, no one knew that was gonna happen. Like, come on now. That shit just fucking tanked. Right at fucking, you know what I'm saying? Right at stock market open.
Oh my
Because the
God.
retail
Yeet.
hordes came in to trade the stock market, which, you know, Bitcoin moves with indices a lot of the time. What I want to happen here,
My guy hit the hit. I wonder what's gonna happen.
personally, if I wanted to look for any kind of relief long, I would want the 15-minute internal structure shift bullish. But I'll watch and journal if the 1 minute, you know, gets a nice fair value gap to the upside, because, you know, the ICT model, or just really a liquid model, would be us to break above these equal highs with displacement, you know, nice fair value gap, price to come down, fill the fair value gap, market structure break, and then you'd look to target, you know, either liquidity or fair value gaps above. I would just look for this flip zone personally. But you know, that's something I'll watch.
Which on that?
Yeah, this morning I was watching fucking Bitcoin. I should have been watching Forex. Yeah, the USD franc shorts are nice. So are those Aussie yen shorts. They're looking good too. Another thing I like about Forex is like it's really tight price action. So like you can be a little more aggressive. So like for instance, you know, you could have taken a short here, you know, and put a stop loss right here, which I would not do that with crypto. And you could already been de-risked right here, right at the bottom. You hit 3R. So it's like you can be more aggressive because you can hit those trades. Okay, de-risk, de-risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, okay, worst case scenario, it gets stopped out, and then you look for your next POI. But like crypto, you won't get that. Like you're not gonna get that kind of price tag. It's gonna be like your entries. It's gonna be way more wicky, and the ranges will be wider. So you have to like really wait. Just the main differences between crypto and Forex is you're going to have, if you're using lower time frames, you're going to have to spend more time on screens with crypto.
And that's what I don't want. I don't want to be on the screen a
Exactly.
lot.
I want to work on my other shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Because then, you know, looking at the screen a lot, like, end up messing up too.
Oh yeah, also my mind went blank for a little bit, but I talked about, okay, so please everyone pay attention to this if you ever take my signals, because a lot of people get confused. Like if you can't, you need to understand what a position size tool is, because like so many people, like I'll put a position size and they don't understand it, and they're asking, you know, where's the stop loss and the take profit and this and that, when it's like, you know, it's right on this picture. So just a little crash course on this. So let's just say price is up here, right? And I say I'm setting limits. Okay, if price hasn't hit this line, so you see where the colors change, I'm setting a limit right here. That means I'm setting a limit order to buy that asset if the price hits this blue value over here. Just look at the line and then look for the value that's parallel to it. So if the price isn't there, then I'm not in the trade. If I say buying now or longing now, shorting now, anything along those lines, that means exactly what I said is shorting now. And then the stop loss would be the bottom of this box. Now for a short position, it'd be the same thing, except we have different colors. We have a stop loss up. I mean, obviously the stop loss on a short is above the price, so the stop loss would be there. Your entry would be there. So I just have please try to like learn that, because it's something you should know. If you're trading with live money in a market, you should know how to read that. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but I'm being honest. This is an interesting little setup here. Kind of engineering that liquidity on both sides. No deviation yet from the range though. Except if anything, maybe down here, right there. Because that could be what is it? AMD setups, but price push up into this right here, and then push back down. You could see something like that happen, honestly. Because this would kind of be the deviation. And then you're also engineering liquidity over here. It's not as clean though. But maybe see price do something like, it goes up, bam, it comes down for the lows. That would give us that 15-minute high as well. Damn, silver's not in the worst spot to short either, or it wasn't this morning. That was pretty clean right there. Right with that, after that 8:30 a.m. news. So really what you can watch for at points like this, if you maybe say you didn't get the trade up here, or you didn't get it where you exactly wanted it, you could wait for a reversal in one of these zones. See, like that's why you don't set limits like that. I've been trying to tell some people that, using confirmation entries, right? It's not a confirmation entry. Like for instance, if we set a limit, just set a sell limit right here, you're not using a confirmation entry. It was a confirmation entry at that time, but for instance, you want to wait till you get something like this, in your POI, which I'm not saying this is the POI I'd use. You want to get a break of structure to the downside, preferably followed by another one whenever you're using these really low time frame levels, because if you just set a limit on something like this after it moves away and you're using like the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, you're just setting a risk entry on a very low time frame POI, which is like your odds of success are not the greatest. And a lot of people I see a lot of people doing that when they first learn how to do these confirmation entries. They come up into their higher time frame POI, market structure break to the downside, and then they just set a limit here and like forget about it. And it's like you can't do that. While this looks like a good zone, yeah, sure. I would rather price go into it, start to reverse, and then confirm your entry off of that.
Anything happened while I was gone?
Not really. I'd like to see how I'll see if we come up to this zone reacts, because then you'd get clear out that inducement high.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
like, see
I've
that
been watching it. I've been watching that. I think I was waiting for it to come back up to 50% of the range, which is exactly where you're
yeah.
at.
See, like right
So-
here, you want to get a break under now. For instance, like this demand that pushed us back up, you'd want another break of this low if you wanted to try to confirm this zone, and so forth. You don't want to just set limits off these lower time frame zones.
Yep, I did 50% of the range is where I was waiting. On a higher time frame, I think this is the daily range, maybe. Yeah, it's the daily from the daily range.
That's where we shorted from the other day.
Yeah.
That was a clean ass trade. God, we could have held that for so much longer, but I mean, shit,
Yeah.
followed the plan. So I feel like I just took the fair value gap. See, that's the kind of shit I like about Forex. It's very clean, easy. You know, you're in and out. Watch the Frank too. Oh yeah, it's gone. Let's go to old Bitcoin doing. It swept the lower right part of the range. So you've got another deviation there. So yeah, ideally Ethereum I'd went down here if I were. See, like Bitcoin already kind of got that number that I'd be looking for in Ethereum. So what I did when I was looking at Bitcoin, I look at the 4-hour flip zone. You know, this is just a flip of internal structure and internal supply, or fractal, I should say, because you can see price kind of came up into it. There was supply somewhere in this wick on a low time frame. We don't have to do all that for what we're trying to do here. All I'm trying to do is to, you know, identify a potential relief bounce zone to get maybe some longs into shorts. But we look at this 4-hour demand candle here. We know that the candle body hasn't been tapped into. All this can be refined on a lower time frame, but here was our internal high at this time. You know, price pushed down, saw a reversal, and then we kind of pulled back a little bit from whatever supply we had and then pushed through it. So went down to a 15-minute and refine that a little farther, because I see the same thing. We have a flip zone on the 15-minute. You know, while here was the break, you know, but we see we tapped into some supply. This is probably in that 4-hour wick, and then we had these sell to buy wicks right there. So that's, you know, a 15-minute refinement, and that's where we bounced off of. So we'll see. Not really much of a confirmation yet. Now the internal high would be moved to right here, which is good. That's what we want to see, because we want to see that 15-minute go bullish, and then a return down into the demand. You know, once that and if that happens, and then you look for a long off that. It's better in my experience to wait for at least a 15-minute internal structure to shift in the direction of your narrative, and to confirm that your narrative is correct. Because if not, you know, like a lot of people I'm doing one-on-ones with and stuff, like they're like using the right concepts. Like they'll say, okay, you know, 15-minute structure is bullish, or I'm sorry, 4-hour structure is bullish. I'm going to pick a POI, and as soon as the 15-minute comes into it, or the 1-minute comes into it, I mean, they long off the 1-minute, but you're skipping a whole time frame. So you need, like, you know, if this is the 4-hour, you need the 15-minute to do something like this, to come up and do that first. You know, you want to get that internal market structure break. So you want to have the 15-minute do a different, show you a different behavior, show you that it wants to go up, show you that 15-minute pullback is over. You need a pair across time frames. It's super, super fucking important when you're using low time frame execution, because people get lost in that 1-minute, and they get, you know what I'm saying? They really do, bro. Like people, it's because it's like if you can, and it's like almost like a fucked up. Yeah, it's like a fucked up game, because like you'll literally see the same exact setups you'd want to see on a 1-minute, but like, and like there are situations when you can be a little more aggressive. Like for instance, if the 4 hours bearish, the 15 minutes bearish, everything's bearish swing structure. You know what I mean? Like so you can do that, but that's only if everything, you know, like here I'll show you guys an example of that. And this was just, I was just setting 15-minute limits. This is when trading becomes really fucking easy. So at this point, we were bearish in the 4-hour. The 15-minute was bearish. We had a very nice POI that broke us through our 4-hour lows. It was just like, that's free money. You know what I'm saying? I literally set a zone 15 or a limit on the 15-minute zone. Didn't even use the 1 minute for confirmation because I was very confident in that zone. So it's like, we had that 4-hour week low, the actual swing low, get targeted there. So it was just like, when you're in that kind of situation, when everything is harmonizing, all the time frames are bearish, then you could be that aggressive. So now we've got this 15-minute break. So now we could look for.
I don't know it's an issue.
I have to mute you. Sorry.
Oh,
So
you
now
got it before I did.
I'm quick with it nowadays, bro. Trigger finger is ready. So I would look, and this last candle right here, I wouldn't even. I mean, you could watch this, but I want to see how we react. We'll probably come up into this, maybe come back down. Wait for a push down into this zone, and then that 1 minute change of character. That's how I would like to frame these kind of setups. But it takes time and it takes watching the screens, but it will save you a lot of headache and money. But I don't mind watching the screens, because I'm working from home at the time anyway, and working on content, just different shit. So, another thing too, alerts are your best friend. And it doesn't hurt to not take a trade some days. It's literally okay to do that. So I'd like to close this candle the fair value gap, but it's got 10 minutes. And it wouldn't be absolutely necessary, but well, I shouldn't say close it with a fair value gap, but close it with enough room to form a fair value gap. A lot of times these moves will happen really quick too. Like for instance, you mark out this zone. You can refine it if you want. The 15-minute. I know we talked about this in the class last Saturday, but some pregame for the people on YouTube and stuff. I personally don't refine these. I find that if you see the one, whenever you see the 1 minute come into this area, if you start to see a break of structure to the upside with displacement, that's the key. You want a fair value gap with that break of structure. That's where you can start to look for an entry. But until then, you're just right here. This is what I like to call, like, we have a framework, we've got an idea, but no actual opportunity for me. So at this point, it's kind of just playing a waiting game. And now we've got an idea, we've got something to build around, we've got a narrative that's being built. Okay, well, we were rated all this sell side liquidity, we're in this fractal demand. Also, is refined from a 4-hour zone. Same thing we went over in the class. 4-hour zone refined to a 15-minute zone. Price comes into the 15-minute zone. We've got our liquidity raid. Okay, now we scale the low time frames. After we come into this zone, we're looking for that break of structure. It's just clockwork. So hopefully, I might, if I take it, I'll signal it. But even if I don't take it, I want to see some of you guys taking it, especially the people that are in the class. And I know that a good amount of you listening are going to take it, and you guys know who you are. But I want to see some of the newer people, start to just don't be afraid. If you've been practicing for a while and you understand your risk tolerance and all that good stuff, if you get your framework, don't hesitate. Just see how it works out for you. It's never. People get so tripped up over taking a 1-hour loss. It's like, bro, that is totally okay to happen. It's not the end of the fucking world. I've been
like GG's the bros in the chat. He said he sat through the weekend holding like negative 12K P&L.
Perk. I saw that. I don't say.
Fam.
I'm gonna unmute him. Perk, why do you hold that position, Perk?
There he is.
I unmuted him.
Oh, bro.
I just
I
realized.
made a mistake and got in on traded on the Friday.
Perquito, what the fuck, fam?
Timothy's a degen, bro. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Nah, I quit doing it. Nah, hell no, I quit
Apparently
doing
not.
that shit, bro.
He said I quit doing that shit yesterday.
Man,
he said 2 hours
I couldn't
ago.
even be on the chart.
Literally this morning. New
He
York
said I
opened,
quit,
he
bro. That's the
quit.
old me.
I wasn't even able to trade this weekend, anyways, because I had some family shit go on. So
Oh, true.
I didn't even have my iPad with me all weekend, and I was on my phone, and I can't use finance on my phone, so kind of fucked myself.
This is kind of going like what we were saying earlier. I was saying when we were watching this range get built up, this could be, and you got to be aware of everything that could be playing out. That's why I'm just kind of watching right now. This could be one of those AMD setups where, price moves away, right? Gives us, some form of a target, I guess. And then I don't really play these in the low time frames like this. I'm just watching, but we create this range and then price deviates from it. And this is pretty clean. And then you hit into the supply and then move away from it with a market structure break, which it doesn't look like it's going to give us the structure because your internal low is literally all the way down here. But I'm interested to watch how this plays out. That would give us that displacement into our POI, but kind of I would just stay with the high time frame bias. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm gonna hop off here in a couple minutes. Also, shit, my bad to
Just got here, bro.
What's up?
Fuck. Did you catch anything?
No, we just been chilling. We were watching a trade
okay.
possibly set up. Well, I guess
I got a question.
I'm looking more for like some longs, but just haven't got what I need.
Longs?
But what's up though? Who said they had a question?
Why the chicken cross the road?
God damn it! I didn't realize that was you.
I'm weak.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
like-
say, go ahead and mute him back, bro.
Fucking They got me. I didn't know who that was. That was like whenever Broham used to always ask people if anybody had any questions at like lunch hour. I'd always just ask them. I'd be like, "Yo, like, how tall are you? What's your favorite color?" Area I would watch in this personally would be this right here because I guarantee this is probably like maybe a 5-minute order block. It's close to the top of this inside bar, but it's also that fill of this inefficient price action right there. This is a good little POI to watch. So here, if you're in that 15-minute zone, didn't get that break just yet. You got it right there. So now I'll be just watching. I don't really like where we're at. Because yes, we're in this 15-minute zone, but we barely tapped into it. So I'll watch and see how price reacts here. If you get a second break of structure, maybe look for some longs. Ideally, though, I'd like to come down here. Can everybody else see the stream? Somebody said they couldn't see the stream in chat. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, I can see it. It's
Yeah.
straight.
Somebody said, "Can I take a look at Adam?" Yeah, I want to reply to this person. Where's they put it in stream chat? Hold on. Fuck, where's the stream chat button? There it goes. Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't really have a price to short Bitcoin from yet, but I have a zone. For me, I'm not just gonna set a limit here, but I would watch up around 21,161 to 21,279 would be my first POI, and the next one would be up here at 21,577. So really, for me, I'm just watching at these zones. I'm not gonna just, just ape into anything. So now what I'd do is I'd watch Bitcoin. Whenever we form some more supply and it pushes us back down into this area, if we can break above that level again, we still have enough good risk to reward. I might take a short off that, but it just depends on the structure. So now we've got this internal break of structure, however you plot it, with some displacement, which is good. And this is how fast that 15-minute can be. We're still in the 15-minute, same candle, because it's like, you know, as soon as you get this break, you know, we really already saw what we were looking for. Price broke above it, came into the 15-minute zone, broke above to the upside. However you draw structure, I use inside bars. I'm a little more aggressive with it. Then you broke up, so you can just look at this. You could look at really this whole range if you wanted to. You could look at this last thing right here. You could watch price as it comes into this zone for signs of a reversal. But really, I want to see that supply and demand flip, because we're going to have some form of supply push us down into this newly introduced demand. One thing I will say that I don't like is that it's respecting this flip supply right here, which could be a problem, but it's also leaving equal highs. I wouldn't actually consider that equal highs, just the high of this zone. Yeah, let me look at Adam real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off here. There was your weekly break of structure just now. Jesus Christ. PML has been taken, as with everything in crypto. So what I'm looking at is when I see the weekly's bearish, the daily's bearish. We haven't returned to a premium, but we did come into this flip zone that broke us through the last daily range. So that's a pretty big zone for me. If I go to the 4-hour, you can refine it to this institutional candle that was respected. So once we come into this 4-hour zone, we've started to see signs of weakness right there, because we had that internal low get taken. So then you could look for this whole range as a zone of 4-hour supply. Price came up into this zone. This actually is forming up pretty nicely for shorts. Price came to that zone. You got that another internal break right there. Now, I'd actually watch this, even though I haven't been trading alts. But what I would need at this point is price to come up into this zone, get a 1-minute reversal, and then I'd look for shorts. I have those alerts set for whenever price gets up in there. But I'm gonna hop off of here until tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna make some new EDU content today, so be on the lookout for that. But as always, I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Monday. Peace.